Hey there, my name is Kelsey Lorenz and I am here with the beautiful DAHU Ski Boots today, the Swiss boot company. Made for every moment on every mountain. That makes me want to get on the mountains right now. I have put together a series of workouts to help us get ready for ski season. Today's workout is going to be a Pilates Inspired workout that focuses on stability, mobility, and flexibility, which are all crucial things when you're hitting the slopes. We're gonna start with a little seated breath work today, so get comfortable, find a mat, a soft area to work on. I prefer to do this barefoot. You can absolutely wear sneakers, socks if you prefer, but to really be able to grip the ground and work through the feet and the toes, I think is a great benefit. But let's get started. So we're gonna come on down and just get yourself comfortable for a moment. So sitting cross-legged works for you, great. If you prefer to put a cushion under your seat, that can feel good sometimes. You can also check mark the legs, extend them straight out, whatever works for you. And then I just want you to settle in. Allow the shoulders to rest down the back. Feel your posture up nice and tall. And then maybe you're gonna close your eyes or just softly set them on the ground. And from here, I want you to start to notice your breath. How the inhale travels and the exhale releases. Right, so if you can, I want you to try and take those inhales through the nose. Feel that breath fill the body. And as you exhale, softly blowing out through the mouth, like you're blowing out a candle. Tune into how the breath feels as it travels through the body. Feeling the belly expand on that inhale and fall on the exhale. And maybe you're feeling some movement in the chest, in the shoulders, in the lower back. Wherever you're feeling it, I want you to just bring awareness there. Start to ground yourself in your breath and in your body. And maybe you want to think about being on the ski slope. How it feels to take an inhale of that crisp, fresh air, and how that exhale warms the face. Maybe you see a little of that breath in the air in front of you. Right, as you inhale that cold air coming through your nostrils, getting warmed in the body. And then that warm breath, exhaling out. Breath is so important in everything we do, but especially in exercise, whether that's us on our mat today or when we're out on the mountain. Being able to witness the breath and connect with the breath. Now, as we start to take the breath a little deeper, I want you to inhale long and full, feeling the belly expand like you have a balloon inflating behind that belly button. And as you exhale, feeling the shoulders soften, the jaw relax, that grounding down. Inhale, belly fills. And then taking a slow, complete exhale out. Good, one more breath just like that. It's called diaphragmatic breathing or belly breathing, and it's a great way to calm the nervous system, to aid in recovery, to center yourself. And as you're ready, I want you to open your eyes. Good. Hey there. And then we're gonna move into a different type of breath that's a little more active for the core. So it's called lateral breathing or rib cage breathing. So what I want you to do is grab hold of your rib cage here. So you see how my fingertips are wrapping around the front and my thumbs are wrapping around the back. Now on this next inhale, instead of inflating the belly, I want you to send that breath into the back and the sides of the ribs. So as you inhale, back and the sides of the ribs inflate. And then as you exhale, front of the ribs hug together, belly anchors in. So we're starting to activate that entire core area between the ribs and the hips. Keeping that energy here, inhale, back and sides of the ribs inflate. Feeling that stretch through the rib cage, and as you exhale, feeling that hugging together of the ribs, that anchoring down and in of the belly button. Let's take one more breath just like that. Deep breath in. Slow exhale. Finding that connection into your center. The core is so important when we're skiing, and it's also one of the fundamentals of Pilates. So we're gonna carry this breath with us as we get into our movement portion. So go ahead and meet me in a tabletop position. You wanna spread those fingers nice and wide and bring the hands right under the shoulders and those knees right under your hips. And we're gonna start with a couple cat-cows. So on that in-breath, I want you to lift up through your heart and lift up through your tail. Soften your elbows. As you exhale, scoop the tail under, gazing towards your belly button, making that round rainbow spine here. Again, it's inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. And then as you exhale, pressing the ground away, finding that rainbow shape through the spine from tail to the tip of the head. We'll go a couple more here at your own pace, keeping those elbows soft, keeping that rib cage breathing going, right? So it's inhale back and sides of the ribs, exhale, belly anchors, we're scooping through, warming up the spine, those center abdominals, maybe adding a little movement into the arms. Beautiful. And then we're gonna land right in that tabletop position. So your back is flat, what we like to call neutral spine. So we wanna focus on back of the head, back of the ribs, and that tailbone being on one even plane. And from here, we're gonna extend opposite arm and opposite leg. And just hold here. I want you to find that stability challenge, reaching lots of energy, fingertips to toes, softening in that opposite elbow, and then anchoring up through the belly. Good. From here, we're gonna draw the arm and the leg in, keeping that spine long, and then extend it back out. Let's add that breath. Exhale, navel draws in. Inhale, we stretch all the way, fingers to toes. Good. Now I want you to check in with your feet here. What are you doing with those feet, with the toes? I want you active through the entire body. That means fingers spread, toes spread. We'll go two more here. Soften the elbow, shoulders out of the ears. Exhale to draw in. Inhale to reach. Beautiful. Set the arm and the knee down. And we're gonna go into that other side. Extending opposite arm and leg and just holding here for a moment, finding your center. Right, maybe you need to press a little bit more into the hand, shift a little bit more into the knee, but keeping those hips square and shoulders square is gonna help keep you balanced, right? Just like on the ski slope, keeping your chest squared down the mountain is gonna help with that balance. Same thing here, keep it squared off to the mat. We're gonna draw in, exhale, we've got 6 of these, and inhale. Following your breath as you move here, focusing your eyes down towards the mat in front of you so your neck is in line with the spine. We've got 3 more. Big inhale to stretch. So good. 2 more. Little wobbles are part of the experience here. Last one. Big reach. Beautiful. And return to that tabletop. We're gonna switch back to the other side now. So extending arm and leg, and you're gonna hold here. Now, option to tap those fingertips down to the ground for a little bit of added stability. I want you to point through the toe now, so you should feel that stretch happening at the top of the foot. Nice long line. We're gonna draw little circles with that back leg. Circling away from you for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and we're gonna reverse those circles right here. For 6, 5, belly anchored up and in, hips and chest square. 2, and 1, and replace. Onto the other side, all right? Take that big inhale, stretch. Point that back toe. Lots of energy, reaching fingertips to toes. We open that circle for 6. It's a small circle. 5, the size of a big snowball. 4, 3, good. Squeezing through the back of the leg. 2, and 1, and we'll reverse that circle. Good, stay soft in that grounding arm. Good, a couple more here. For 2, and 1, and we'll bring it all back down. Take a moment, bring those knees nice and wide, stretch those hips back, reach your arms out, find that child's pose. Resting your forehead down on the ground, allowing your tail to sink back towards the heels, maybe adding a shift side to side. Taking a couple deep breaths into the belly, right? So we're practicing that rib cage breathing or that lateral breathing during our exercises, which is gonna help us keep our core activated, that deep core that stabilizes the hips, stabilizes the spine. In these moments of recovery, that deep belly breathing, right? When we're on the chairlift, getting ready to go down, we're recuperating, we're taking those deep belly breaths. All right, y'all. We are gonna come up into a plank series here. So I know planks are not everybody's favorite, but they are so good for the body, the whole body. So we're gonna get options here. We're not gonna be here for very long. All right, bear with me. Fingers spread super wide. Stretching all the way back through your heels, shoulders stacked right over your wrists. So I just want you to find that long line to begin. Reaching crown of the head, reaching through your heels. Now, if being up on the toes isn't for you, totally cool. Come on down to the knees, right? This is a great position. If being here doesn't feel great, right back into that tabletop position. What's important is that we're anchoring up through the core. All right, we're gonna meet in that nice strong plank. From here, we're gonna draw one knee in through center. We're gonna tap it opposite elbow, same side elbow, and step it back. We'll take the other leg in, hips stay low, shoulders stay squared over the wrists, side to side, so a little windshield wiper action, and we step back. We'll go 3 more on each side. We're not here forever. Right, the challenge is what makes us stronger. Exhale, draw it in. Tap side to side, step back, 2 more each side. Feel free to take little mini breaks if you need to, right? That's the beauty of these videos. You're at home, you're preparing, you take it at your own pace. These are goals for you to work towards. So you're strong when you hit the slope, right? We wanna get you in condition to hit the slope. First chair up, last chair down. Beautiful. Take a down dog stretch, or maybe you wanna come into a child's pose. Pedal out the legs. Open up the chest. All right, we have one more plank series here, and it's gonna be down on our forearms. So go ahead and meet me down on those elbows. Elbows right under the shoulders. We're still in that long line, crown of the head, all the way through the heels, and we're gonna do little hip dips here. So you're gonna dip side to side on those hips. Now, just like when we're skiing, our upper body is staying quiet and still. That waistline, those hips are twisting side to side, working into those obliques. Let's take a few more here. For 4, breathe, inhale and exhale. For 3, last 2, you got it, you got it. Give me one more. Beautiful. Come on down to those knees. Try and keep that activated core. All right, now we're gonna open up to the side. So we're in that side plank position, down on the knees, down on the forearm. And we're just gonna wrap under now. Weaving under your armpit, and then inhale, reach it up. We've got 5 more. Big inhale, reach. For 4, big inhale, reach. 3, 2, Good, keeping that side body lifted. Last one. Beautiful, and we are gonna come back down to those forearms and we're gonna get into the other side. So you go ahead, open up that opposite arm. I'm gonna meet you on that other side. Knees down, shoulders stacked. We wrap under for 6. Exhale as you wrap, inhale as you reach. Energy through those arms for 5, 4, long neck, long spine, 3. Good, little twist in that upper body. Last one. Beautiful, come on down to those hips. Let's take a quick stretch up and over to the side. Drop the shoulder out of the ear, back into that belly breathing. Deep breath in. Exhale, allow the body to relax into the stretch. And we're gonna go on to the other side. All right, swing those legs around. Y'all are crushing it. Take a big inhale, reach up and over, drop that shoulder. And I know this can be challenging, right? But think about why you're doing it, that why. Hopefully, so you can crush the slopes, right? That's a pretty good reason, if you ask me. I know we're all a little biased here, some ski nuts. Okay, we are going to come on over to this side. Pick a side, any side, doesn't matter, we're gonna do both of them. You're gonna meet me in a clam position. So your knees 45 degrees from your hips and your heels tucked right below your tail. Elbow anchored under the shoulder. Now, if you have any shoulder issues, you're welcome to come down to the arm, all right? So we're gonna start heels glued together, knees stacked, and then we're gonna hit those clamshells, opening and squeezing close. Now you're resisting on the way open. I want you to imagine you're pressing against something as you lift, that bottom leg squeezing down into the ground. 2 more here, bottom oblique, lifting up and away from the ground. 1 squeezing on the way in. Now option to stay down here for 6 more or to lift up in towards that side plank. And we open for 6 more. Good, imagine you're popping a balloon on the way down. 5, big reach through that arm for 4. 3, that's it, almost there. Woo, 2, and 1. And we'll gently lower down. Now we're gonna take that top leg and dip it back behind. So we're getting a nice extension stretch happening in this top hip, all right? So it's tucked right behind. From here, you're gonna extend it straight out to the side, staying lifted, and then dropping it back behind. If you can, try and drop the foot and the knee down. You extend and drop. Really good hip mobility work here. Extend and drop. Beautiful, we've got a couple more. Last one, hold it here. Long line, we're gonna trace those snowballs again, okay? So little circles towards the front. For 4, long line, 3, 2, and 1, we reverse those circles. For 6, you want nice even circles. 4, 3, 2, and 1 last change in this series. You're gonna pull those knees back together at the front. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze those inner thighs. Extend out. Beautiful. We've got 6 here. Squeeze, extend, check in. You're lifted through the bottom side of the body. 4, 3, all the way straight through that leg. Last one. Gorgeous, y'all. All right. We're gonna take it up. We're gonna take a stretch. That top leg, take it up and over. And you wanna anchor down through both sits bones. If it feels better, you can extend that bottom leg. And then from here, you're just gonna take a big spiral up and over that shoulder. Feel the stretch happen through the hip. As you inhale, I want you to sit tall in your body. Exhale, gentle twist over the shoulder. 1 more, just like that. Inhale, sit nice and tall. Exhale for that rotation. Beautiful, gently unwind. Like I said, what we do on one side, we gotta do on the other. So we're gonna come on down to that other forearm. Knees stacked, heels tucked under, bottom oblique lifted. And we're gonna start with those clamshells. Heels stay glued together, knees open. Now I want you to watch that your top hip is staying stacked directly on top of your bottom hip. So we do not want to come tipping back here. We want to keep everything squared right out in front of you, squeezing that balloon as you come down. We've got 2 more here. And 1. And then option to do 6 more on the ground or come up into that lifted position for 6. Make sure you're really squeezing at the top. 5. Lots of effort. 4. But it's that effortless effort, right? Like when you see that badass skier coming down the slope and you know it's a challenging run, but they look like it ain't nothing. Yeah, that effortless effort, that's what we're going for. Last one. And we'll come on down. All right, now we're gonna take that top leg, dip it back behind. Feel that nice stretch. Now, reminder, sides of the body are not created equal. Extend it out. Right, we have a heart on one side and not on the other, right? We're not symmetrical. So if you feel like your mobility is different from side to side, that's totally normal. We've got 4 more here. Meet yourself where you're at for 3. And the great thing is you can come back to these videos and track your progress. Last one. Reach it out, tiny little circles to the front for 6. 5, press down into that bottom leg for 4. 3, 2, check on that circle, that snowball size, reverse it for 6. 5. Good, belly button anchored to the spine, lifting up out of that bottom shoulder. 3, 2, 1. And we're gonna pull it in. Squeeze, squeeze those inner thighs, extend it out. We've got 6 here. Make sure we're breathing. Every exhale anchors you into your center for 4, 3, so good, 2, last one. Beautiful. We're gonna come on up, take that top leg up and over, hit that stretch. Good, so you wanna sit up nice and tall first. Option to extend that bottom leg out, anchoring through both sides of your sits bones, and then take that big circle up and over. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, rotate into it. Another deep breath in. Grounding down, and then rising up. Exhale, one more inhale, and then your exhale is gonna unwind you. All right, y'all. Grab some water, little towel off if you need, and then we are gonna meet up at standing. All right, so we are gonna meet in a squat. So our feet are right below our shoulders here, all 10 toes facing forward. From here, I just want you to meet me in your deepest squat. Now we are in a squatting position pretty much the whole time we're skiing. So this posture should be familiar to all of you. But a couple key things to remember. We want to be anchored through all 4 corners of the feet. So I want you to just find that for a moment. Spread your toes wide. Good, feel for the big toe mound. Stretch all the way to your pinky toe. Feel the ball of the foot anchored and the heel of the foot anchored. And from here, we should be able to wiggle our toes, right? The foot is grounded, the toes are free to assist when we need. Traveling up the body, knees pressing out over the toes so the sides of the glutes are activated. Back of the leg is active, lots of quad. We get a lot of quad work going on when we ski. We're gonna counterbalance that today, all right? Belly anchored up and in, that long neutral spine that we had talked about in the warm-up and that tabletop work, that's where I want you to meet me. From here, we're gonna shift our weight to one side and then tap out through the opposite leg. Come back through center, anchor down evenly. Shift, tap, back through center. Once you find that, you can pick up the pace a little bit. I want you to find that even grounding as you transition side to side. Good, give me one more each side. I like hands at center. You can definitely bring your hands to the hips if you prefer, or even reaching them straight out in front of you. All right, I'm getting an extra set in. All right, now you're gonna meet me with one leg extended out. You're gonna shift your weight back through center, super wide squat here. Shift that weight back, and then step back through center. So reach out, shift towards that extended leg, shift back over, center yourself. Out, center, shift, center, that's it. Make sure we're breathing. Big muscle groups are firing now. Heart rate is gonna elevate, building some heat in the body. So good. Let's take one more each side. Anchor that belly up and in. That's gonna protect our spine, help stabilize the hips. Shift, ground down through those feet, and come back through center. Beautiful. Stand it up for a moment, give it a little shake. We're gonna meet right back down in that squat. Feet under the shoulders, drop it low. Now I want all of us to bring our hands to our hips. I want you to keep your hips level, right where they're at. Lift your right heel and lower, switch. Good, so hips don't move. You're pressing through all of your toes. So as you lift, I want you to make sure your ankle isn't popping open. Okay, you wanna ground down into your big toe and your pinky toe and lower. That's that ankle stability, right? Our ankle mobility is so important when we're skiing. Ankles, knees, hips, all of that. And everything starts at the feet. So finding that grip, big toe to little toe as you lift and lower, lift and lower. One more, feel those calves fire up and lower, and then we'll come all the way up to standing. All right, we're gonna bring those feet right under our hips, so a little more narrow. Now if you've got a counter near you or a chair near you, feel free to use that for balance. So we're gonna come on into some balance work here. So spread those toes super wide, really grip the ground. Belly button to spine, shoulders down and back. Arms out in front of you. You're gonna lift up to the ball of the foot. Now you're squeezing the booty, engaging the core. Option to stay here or to add some movement in the arms. Opening them, lifting them, and lowering them. Open, lift. Now remember, wobbles are part of the experience. Whoop, there I go. Good, refocusing when it happens. Stabilizing yourself, right? You hit a bumpy patch, some hard snow. You wanna be able to course correct, to stabilize. And up, come all the way down. Shake it out. All right, I promised you some hamstring work. We're gonna get there now. So go ahead and meet me in a long lunge. You're gonna step one leg forward, stretch the other leg all the way back. So I want you to see, my knee is stacked right over my ankle. My spine is long, ear, shoulders, hip, heel, all in one line. That back heel is lifted super high up to the sky. Stretch those arms back behind you. Squeeze through your inner thighs, lift your belly button to your spine. We're gonna inhale, reach those arms to the sky. Exhale, hinge the heart forward. Now pause on this next inhale. I want you to feel the stretch happening in that back hip. This is a great one to do to warm up for the ski day or to stretch out afterwards, right? The hip is in flexion, which is what this front hip is doing for a lot of the ski day. So we wanna make sure we're counter stretching it with this extension to balance out the body. Back through center. Let's take one more, stabilizing through that front leg. Good, hinge it forward. From here, go ahead, bring those hands to heart center. Now my back heel is gonna stretch down to the ground. Stretch all the way through the calf. Booty drops a little here, and then it lifts up as my heel lifts up. We've got 5, 4, pressing through all 5 toes in the back, all 5 toes in the front. For 2, ooh, feel my booty and hamstring. Last one, beautiful. Now we're gonna extend those arms up to the sky. Find that stretch in the back hip. All right, big balance challenge here. We're gonna lift that front heel up. Doesn't have to lift very high, and down. For 5, 4, good, focus your eyes. 3, you got it, press big toe to little toe. 2, really grip the ground. 1, beautiful. You're gonna come back into that hinge. Now our spine is gonna stay straight. You're gonna extend that front leg, kick through your hamstring. Good, come all the way up into that triangle pose. And then exhale, pull back down into that lunge. We've got 5 more here. Press through your hamstring to come straight, and then pull to come down. We've got 4, back leg, stay straight and strong. For 3, belly anchored up and in, spine long. For 2, last one. Beautiful, step that back leg in a little bit, and then take a forward fold. Good, get that stretch happening through the back of the leg. Now if you've got your ski boots nearby, you can use them like little yoga blocks. Prop yourself up. We love using what we've got, right? You don't need a gym to get in shape for ski season. All you need is your body, some space to move. All right, we gotta go into that other side. So go ahead, meet me in that long lunge again. Knee stacked over ankle, back heel lifted all the way to the sky, long line, ears to heel. From here, we're just doing those big sweeps of the arms. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, belly anchors, spine lengthens. Good, inhale, lift, find that stretch in the back hip. Take your time here, exhale. Adding in that breath for 4. Exhale, belly anchors, spine is supported. For 3. 2, and there's little stabilization going on all the way from my feet up through the top of my head as I'm moving here. But I'm able to stabilize, right? We've learned to use those muscles. Let's go ahead, bring our hands to heart center. We're gonna drop that back heel down. Stretch for 6, booty lifts at the back. Down, I want you pressing heel, hamstring, glute to lift. We've got 4. Big toe to little toe, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Stretch those arms up. This one's always most challenging for me. Focus the eyes, squeeze through those inner thighs, lift that front heel up for 6. Woo. 5, belly button to spine, shoulders soft, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good, lower that heel down. And then we're gonna take that hinge back forward. Long spine lifted through your core. We're gonna take those hamstring extensions, press through your front heel, lift the heart as that front leg extends, and then pull yourself back down. Think heel, hamstring, glutes, core always. And hinge, arms are active for 4. Beautiful. 3, lots of stability work going on here, keeping the hips and chest square. For 2, last one. We're done with lunges after this. Ah! Beautiful. Let's stand it up, step it in, and then come over into that stretch. Again, using anything to lift that ground a little closer to you. You've got your boots handy like I do. You can use those, yoga blocks, a stool, whatever you got. All right, y'all, let's finish down on the mat. So take your time coming all the way down to your back. Good, and we're gonna meet with those legs all the way at the tabletop. So the knees are stacked right over the hips, and then option to reach those arms overhead or to ground them down beside you. You wanna anchor down through your ribs, your belly, and your tailbone, and we're gonna go into some toe taps. So one toe taps the ground, inhale, exhale to draw it back up. Now the goal here is to keep that spine and pelvis in neutral. So you wanna keep that spine anchored to the mat, anchoring the belly down to the spine for support, keeping those hips stabilized. Let's go 2 more each side, tapping that toe out in front of you. So I want you to be mindful that you're not just bending the knee, right? You're reaching the toe out in front of you. Exhale, stack the thigh bone. 1 more. Beautiful. We're gonna keep those legs at tabletop. Now I want you to bring your arms down to the ground. If they're up, ground them down beside you. Bring them a little bit wider. And we're gonna keep our rib cage anchored as we lift and shift our legs over to one side. So that opposite hip is gonna lift, and then you're gonna exhale, ground everything down through center. Your ribs stay anchored, your hips swivel. Right, chest stays square, hips do the turning, just like skiing. We're working those oblique muscles, working those deep core muscles, those anti-rotational muscles that protect the spine, that give stability. Inhaling to one side, exhaling to anchor back down. 1 more each side. Beautiful, let's bring those feet down to the ground. 1 more series, all right? Let's interlace those fingers and bring the hands behind the head. Elbows are nice and wide. You're gonna take a center abdominal curl, shoulder blades are lifted. You're gonna reach across the body, come center and lower down. Exhale, back down. Inhale to lower. Good, find your breath here. Shoulder blades hover off the ground. Hips stay steady as you slice across the body. So that rib cage is twisting, hips stay quiet. Let's do a few more here. Working through those center abdominals, those obliques. Chin is lifted off the chest, elbows wide. Let's take one more and we're gonna hold here and just slice and slice for 8, 7, final home stretch, 3, 2, 1. Back through center, lay it all down. Go ahead, take a big inhale, reach your arms and legs away from one another. Congratulations, we made it through. Big inhale, stretch the whole body. Exhale, let the body relax. One more big inhale, stretch. And as you exhale, hug your knees into your heart space and give yourself a gentle rock from hip to hip. Take a moment to thank your body, right, for being healthy and able to move. And thank yourself for showing up and taking the time before the season starts to make sure you're prepared so you can move safely. Most importantly, you can have fun out on the mountain. Beautiful. We're gonna stay on our back for a little stretch here. One of my favorite stretches is the figure 4 stretch. So you're gonna cross ankle over thigh and then weave your hands behind that leg. I like to use my elbow to encourage that leg open. And from here, you can gently hug your leg in towards your chest. You can take a gentle rock from hip to hip, roll out your ankle. We'll come back into that deep belly breathing as we recover. So inhaling, feeling your belly expand. Exhaling, feeling your body relax. And as you're ready, we'll switch it out. Hugging behind the thigh and into your chest. Now this is a great stretch that you can do seated in a chair. You can even do it standing. It's a great way to warm up the hips, to help them in recovery after a workout, a day on the slopes. Beautiful. Then hug both those knees into your chest. Make your way up into a seated position. We're gonna close out just the way we started today. Grounding down, resting your arms, finding that tall posture, and then closing your eyes or softening your gaze and returning back to that awareness of breath. Feeling of the inhale and the exhale. Maybe adding in that visualization, right? How that breath feels when you're at the top of the mountain. Warming as it comes inside of you. Exhaling, fogging the air in front of you. Maybe you're picturing exactly where you are, your favorite run on your favorite mountain. Bringing that why into focus. Why we're here, moving the body, challenging the body. And then as you're ready, open your eyes. awesome, awesome job, my friends. Thank you. Thank you, DAHU Ski Boots, for giving us this great opportunity. Take care.